everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany and I'm on a mission to hit 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you click that button below. I would appreciate it. So as you guys can tell, I finally got my camera back. So I'm really excited about that. And we have a new project to work on. So it's gonna be a baby blanket with a new Etsy design that I will have to download and actually create with you guys. I really haven't done anything other than get all the data, find the design that she wants to use, and she kind of sent me a sample board of the colors that she wants to work with, but basically told me I have free range. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. All right, so I did go ahead and I picked up this baby blanket that the customer did provide to me. The only thing I was a little hesitant on is this is a little thin. I will be honest with you guys, not really sure. Well, you can almost see me talking through the blanket, so you can see how kind of sheer it is. So I was just a little concerned kind of embroidering on this, but you know what? We will try. Actually, I will probably end up doubling up on my tearaway backing to give it more stabilization. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and jump right on the computer and we're gonna show you the design that she ended up picking out. I still have to purchase it and we have to create it together. So let's go. Okay, so this is the design that she ended up wanting to move forward with. Of course, she did send me over some examples, so I'll just go ahead and pop them up here. One of the designs I actually was able to relocate on Etsy, and then the other one I was not able to, but I ended up just kind of searching myself. I said, hey, I have this one, just because, to be honest with you guys, it's only $3.99. It's really not that bad of a price for you to be able to get the embroidery design. So we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna make the purchase on this now, get it over to Chroma, and then start working with the customizations. Now that we have purchased the design, I'm just gonna go ahead into my DST file. Again, guys, when it comes to Etsy, they actually provide you a lot of different options and a lot of PDFs that you can kind of skim through. So I'm just gonna go ahead, pick DST since this is what I know works with my machine. And then as you guys can see, it does come with actually quite a lot of size options. So I guess we're just gonna have to check that out. So I actually need the 5x7 DST. It's actually what I'm going to be working with because ideally I do want to work with my mighty hoop. Oh man, I really thought that it was going to include font. Man, I don't like that. You see how it came with like the font options? I guess you don't get any of that. All you're getting is just basically the physical design. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. I'm not a fan of that. I'm just checking some of these other... Man, okay. Well... Now it does say boy. To be honest with you guys, I feel like this could go either way. Obviously they are showing it in boy colors. You can easily change this into girl colors and, you know, it'd be completely fine. Obviously, like you can see here, it does show it kind of in both colors. So that's kind of nice. However, we are going to need to pick out fonts. So... all right, this is gonna be a little bit more time consuming than my brain originally processed. actually went ahead and I already hooped it. I did not show it because I've shown me hooping things a dozen times. I did go ahead and use my tearaway. I did double it up like I told you guys I would. I actually kind of put this more at an angle, so on the corner of the blanket, which I was really hard time struggling with. So I'm kind of glad I decided not to film that struggle. And I'm actually going to pop up an image right now of the color inspo that she does want to use. Like I mentioned, she is giving me free range on this, and we have 3 colors we need to choose from. So from this particular image, my brain automatically, because the blanket is green, keep that in mind, I'm actually thinking like a light green color would be kind of cool, a gray, and then kind of like that beige color you guys are seeing with like the line and the giraffe, and I believe that might be a fox, so something upon that line. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Since the blanket is green, I'm actually thinking of going with, I'm not even joking, like look how close these 2 colors are. Like they're almost like identical. Sad thing is they are 2 different numbers. But I think I'm gonna go with this one, which is 6035. And then we need to pick, I do not have, actually I do, cool. I do have a gray already on my machine. It is a lighter gray, which I think will be fine because again, we are still working with like a darker color blanket. So we have 2 lights, and then like I said, I kind of wanted to do like I was thinking kind of like a tan. I'm like, do I even have a tan? Actually, kind of like this color. I don't even know if you guys, come on, there we go. That's actually kind of nice. So we have, which is, oh boy, I don't know, oh, 6353. So we have these 2 colors, and then basically imagine a gray. I don't, yeah, because my gray is on my board. Actually, what about that? How about that color combo? Because the gray I have on here right now is like super, super light, and I just, this is where I get my husband's opinion, because, hold on, let me show you how light. Do you see how light that gray is? The sad thing is it doesn't even look that light because I don't have the camera on it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna bring hubby in, and he's going to make the final call on which one we go with. You don't see the design, but my colors are this green.
What's the blanket?
It's that.
No green. Okay. Yeah.
I'm doing this color, and what color gray?
Do you have to do that color? I just think it's weird. Okay.
Okay, well let me show you, because this is her inspo.
Oh, that's why she just did.
Yeah, so I was thinking like the green from the leaves, so that's why I did the lighter green.
I would do the more silver just because I think it'll stand out a little bit more.
Like this more silver?
No,
this.
that one. That's silver. The left one's gray.
So I was thinking like, you know, because the elephant.
Well, because these are different.
What are you talking about?
These 2 are different.
I know that's like a blue, but I didn't want to do blue because I didn't think blue would go with the green. So
I would say these 2 are like the silver.
Okay.
Just because I'd want it to stand out. If you're saying that's a blue.
I don't. No. I only need 3 colors, so I did the green.
And the silver.
So that's all I needed.
Okay.
Okay. It sounds ridiculous because I have 15 needles that I can decide on what color I'm removing. And I'm like, oh no, I can't remove that color. I use it too much. No, that's a staple color. Can't remove that. And it's like, I sit here and I debate myself too long on what one to do. Or typically what will be my final decision is if I have two of the same color, but in different shades. So I had two pinks. One was a baby pink and one was like a darker pink. So I was just like, let me remove the baby pink. So that is what made my final decision. So if you do what I stupidly did, which was basically take the image on my chroma and erase it completely, and then I mentally freaked out for like a split second, and then all you have to do is just take your DST image that you saved on your desktop to put on your hard drive, just put it back into, just drag and drop it back into chroma and it comes back up. So just in case that happens to you, that's what you can do. And now at this point, you will notice that I have my worksheet on this side and my sample image on this side. So it kind of reminds me of like the color combo and what we're exactly doing. So I can then decide what goes best with what. So first thing that we're gonna do is the ounces and the inches, which on here they have as like a blue color. You know what I want to do? I want to, so all the numbers, the 7, 2, 19, 3, 33, and the date of birth. Guys, this is so hard. This is so hard. What do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. All right, so let's think here. I want, because originally in my mind, I was wanting the dots to be gray. And then if I did the pounds, the PM, and the footprints, if I did that as I'd have to do that as green so it looked good. Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to program it real quick just so my brain. So we are at 14 followed by 3, 4. 14 and 4. That I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, for his physical name. Wish you guys were here helping me. Beige, so we're gonna go 3. And then for his name, I wanted to do green. And then for his middle name, I wanted to do gray. And then for all the numbers, I actually wanted to do the tan again. So basically, yeah. You know what? Something's wrong with me. I just hit escape rather than save. Like, all right, let's try to remember what the heck I was doing. Okay, I did go ahead and flip the image specifically because oh boy, the way in which I hooped the blanket. So I already went ahead and I did that. I also wanted to check my bobbin just to make sure that it was nice and fresh, which it is. So that's good. I'm just wrapping around the pigtail. We're clean in here. And as always, we are using my 8x10 Mighty hoop. As you guys can tell right here, here is the center that we have, and then I did flip the image around. So basically this is the excess of the blanket. Does that, yeah, that looks centered, right? If it doesn't, at this point, by the time you guys see it, it's too late. But I did procrastinate that for quite a while. I did, like I said, do the double backing, so we're nice and hard. I actually did read quite a few comments regarding my solvent background. Basically, everybody was saying the only way that I should actually have to use that is if the fabric itself is like furry. So therefore, when you put the solvent on top of it, the fur kind of sits still and the solvent helps keep everything looking smooth. Hopefully that made sense. It did not make sense, but hopefully it made sense. So I am taking your guys' advice on that. I thought it was specifically for like anything that got wet. However, that's not the case. It's typically going to be used for more of a furry fabric. If I am wrong on that, let me know. But I had like 5 comments telling me that. So I'm going based off of those comments right there. All right. Now I am using the dot within the center of my mighty hoop as my center, because that is what I use to get the center of the corner of the blanket. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just toss any of my excess over one of my arms. So I've done that. My colors are selected. Everything is selected. Speed is at 820. And we're just going to hit go at this point. Wish us luck. So at this point, everything is officially done. I do have to do just a little bit of cleanup. This is something, just staring at it, was a huge concern of mine, because how thin this is, which is why I did the double backing. Yeah, there's definitely some, what would you call it, like shredding of the material, unfortunately. I don't know how else to word that. With this particular blanket, I will not be, well, I don't plan on putting a lighter to it because it just seems too fragile. But I wanted to do some of the cleanup first before showing you guys. I'm gonna just show you while it's on the hoop. So here is the outcome, and you guys might have already caught some of it. So like in between the E here, you can see a hole in the 9. You definitely see it inside the 3s. In between the U, the O, the 3, you can definitely see where the fabric is shredding. And I did make this mentioned at the beginning of my video, which was one of my concerns due to the fact that this is a very thin blanket. I mean, that's the best way to put it. I don't know if I did maybe my cutaway, if that would have been better. But I'm basically just gonna cut around this, and then what I'm going to do, I normally wouldn't, but again, I'm doing it specifically because it is such a thin fabric, is I am going to be putting Tender Touch on the back. I'm hoping that that will help avoid further distressing and certain spots ripping. That's just my train of thought. And like I said, I will not be tearing this away because I'm worried that it might create more damage than good. So I'm just gonna get as close as I can and cut it out. But as you guys can tell, this is the image on the blanket. I mean, honestly, it came out really cute. Like, it really did. Color combos, everything came out really good. I like the size, I really do, especially for a blanket. I think it came out really good. So all that I'm gonna do at this point is let me just go ahead, do what I said, and we'll be back here to do a final review. So after I've gone ahead and I put the tender touch on the back, cut everything out, like I said, I just didn't want to tear it. It honestly doesn't look that bad because it is kind of keeping everything together. Hopefully, I'm trying to look just so I see if I'm in focus. So there's the overall outcome. I think that obviously you see that that's just the burn. It's fine. It's just hot in that area. It will eventually come out. Like I've mentioned a dozen times, if you guys want, you can just let it cool down, or what I typically will do is spray the water / conditioner just to give it that good smell. It does remove that a lot better. And yeah, we are dead center with the blanket. So I think it came out good. Honestly, I'm impressed with the Etsy purchase. Like I mentioned, it did come in multiple sizes, which I was kind of not expecting, especially for only like $4. My only complaint was that the font for the names and the numbers were not automatically included, but that's okay. We made the best of it with, you know, what we have. And that's not a negative thing to any degree because, again, the customer did want something more bold. So I was able to just find something within the software. But again, like in your mind, you're just like, oh, easy. Everything is there in one spot. You just export it into a Chromo, you know, modify what you need to. But again, really not that big of a deal. My biggest struggle, to be honest, was selecting my color combo. And I really think it came out good. I really do. I'm really happy with it. So the gray almost looks kind of white, to be honest with you, but I do promise you, Kyle ended up deciding on the lighter gray versus the darker gray just because it was going on the darker shade blanket. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. We're a little bit of everywhere. We had a little bit of a small hiccup that we solved with a little bit of, you know, tender touch. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you could, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next crafting project. Bye, everyone.